suicide. It's been one of the most just controversial, just craziest topic known to man. It's probably been going on since the beginning of time. Usually someone that can commit when they repeatedly have failures in their lives or just simply have a negative expectancy of the future. I believe I made like countless of videos about this in the past. I will never forget. I know I made so many videos, but back in 2014, I think I made like a 18-minute video just about how to cure depression. Actually working on the book, finished it, had to edit, but how to overcome depression, setting your mind for Christ. And, I fell into this deep rabbit hole before, as far as like depression, when my parents were split up and my whole reality was torn. So I'm looking like, how am I supposed to move on as a human being? Like, okay, 19 years of age, am I so used to have a stable family home? They're gone. It's a nuclear family. So is this going to affect my relationship with my sister, my dad, my mom? Or are we going to blame myself? Like, what is going on? I'm working like it's just some type of dead-end job right now, and I don't even know if they're going to help pay for my college tuition. So a lot of this stuff was actually going on throughout my whole mindset. So I was like, oh, this is bad. But I understand that. Well, when I actually started developing myself, going to self-development, reading books, learning about economics, learning about, Christ, and just pretty much just trying to learn a new skill each and every single day, become a better person. All that stuff that I don't mind, it took my mind out of wanting to harm myself, because of what I noticed is that regardless if you get rejections, regardless if you get rejected from job applications, from women, for anything, it's always going to be that one person that's going to say yes. And this is just to honor Renegade one, man. Renegade was just he's a YouTuber. Had never heard of him, but a lot of people was talking about him, and I just want to just give as much respect as possible. I don't know the man too much, but he was a good, I guess, supporter of the MGTOW community, and the MGTOW stands for Men Go Your Own Way. Okay, so Men Go Your Own Way is it's a movement that's been going on. It's developed by men, really to focus on developing themselves and not to focus on their energy and your accomplishments through women. So for the most part, that regardless if you have like success or failure with a woman, that the whole chief aim in life is to be the stronger version of yourself. So that probably includes no masturbation, no watching pornography, not wasting time going out, working out, developing new skill sets for yourselves. And then mainly, if you start doing that, if God bless you with a family, okay. If it doesn't, who cares? At the end of the day, you are a man, you are the king, you're supposed to set your crown. And of course, I'm going to say the MGTOW community, it probably got like a lot of slack, a lot of hate, because they said, oh, this is just male feminists. They keep bashing women. They making countless of videos in the red pill community. And I mean, I used to follow that, but at the same time, I always believe that in the Bible, it says that, a man, and when a man finds a wife, he finds him a good thing. And a lot of brothers are, very frustrated. Some of them just probably want to go out to fulfill their lusts, but at the same time, it could be a toxic community at some point. But I'm thinking like this, that if you're taking your own life, and I don't know if this young man took his own life. They say it's been confirmed, but I don't know if he took his own life just because he wanted to. He was just sick of the failure that was going on with him and women. But I'm looking at it like this, man. We're all born with a gift. We're born for a purpose. And we exist for a reason. If you were born here, you exist for a reason. You don't have... It's God did not create you just to... for you to fail at the end of the day. And you got to look at this as too. You take heed, you do your charitable deeds before man to be seen by no. Otherwise, you have no reward for your Father in heaven. At the end of the day, it's that, you don't just do good things just to be seen or recognized. If you store your treasures in heaven, which is continuously in the spiritual path, helping others, teaching them, learning, and not expecting anything in return, when you die, your soul goes into heaven, you meet Christ. I mean, you will receive your reward then. And I know it can be very extremely difficult that comparing your life to other people, saying, oh, man, I seen them shining on Facebook or Instagram, whatever. Where's my life at? And then you're in this constant competitive edge. And that can actually increase in depression. And I was just going to say the cure for it is not to take life so seriously. I mean, it's going to be hiccups. It's going to be things that's not going to go your way all the time. Seriously, I mean, it's going to be family breakers. I mean, this stuff is just going to happen. It's inevitable. But at the same time, you can control your thoughts, right? So Earl Nightingale, remember I talked about this before. He used to be a radio personality, and he was a professional speaker in the 50s and stuff. And he said this on one of the YouTube videos. He stated, like, listen, man, you know what's wrong with men today is that they don't think, they conform. Why do you wake up early in the morning? You ask them that, they say, oh, well, everybody wakes up early in the morning so they can go to work. But at the same time, why you're doing it, you know? And then when you constantly searching for that sole purpose, it's just like, damn, you know, what's the point of me living? So at the end of the day, control your thoughts. Your thoughts is extremely important. I don't care if 1,000 people say you stupid. If you believe that, then you are. If you don't believe that, then you're not. And then things are going to start opening up for you. And I just wish this young man, Renegade, I wish he would have had the help. Maybe some people from the MGTOW community would have spoken out to him. Maybe they have reached out to him. I don't know. I don't know him personally. But from seeing some of his videos, I think he had a terrible relationship with his mother. So I don't know how he killed himself, but that's irrelevant. But at the same time, I just want to say, for any young men or women out there, especially the fellas out here, because, you know, we are supposed to, you know, the leading generation. Our women need us for us to lead them. And without them, what's the problem? What's the point? So I just want to go in here and say, you know, just give my condolences to him. And as you can see, these are like some seasons here. One of the episodes from the Fosters on Hulu. And the reason why I'm going to bring that up is because, if you guys don't know, in this particular episode, the Fosters in season 2, episode 12, you have Sophia, right? Sophia was the young lady that that's supposed to be Callie's sister. And make a long story short, Callie was, you know, been adopted, and she didn't know her father till she was like almost like 18 years of age. So anyway, she rose up to her job, and, you know, they was hanging out, having a good bonding together. But she decided that she wanted to get emancipated, and she didn't want to be adopted and live with her. And so she got upset and decided to, you know, walk out in traffic and try to attempt to kill herself. And because of her frustration and disappointment that her birth sister didn't want to be around her. And, you know, you look at this stuff, you like, dang, like, this is really going on. Like, it'd be broken relationships, family relationships, people making decisions. And then they feel like, you know, you're putting all this time and energy into an individual, and you feel like you're getting nothing in return. And we looking going here when you have, you got Rosie O'Donnell playing as Rita. She was investing in Girls United, which is basically she dedicated herself to like a troubled home with youth, women that, you know, so they want to be, pretty much they want to be victimized into the system. So she developed this group home for them. But you can see how like her daughter, Chloe, she was like a drug addict. You know, she went into drugs because she felt like she had a bad relationship with her mother. Her mother neglected her. And then she ended up mentioning when she got slapped that her dad killed herself because he was in a toxic marriage. And because of that, you know, the family was broken apart. She felt like she had no purpose. And that's tough and everything, you know. So I want to show that and just show you guys and display this in this video. You know, one of these powerful scenes in the show that me and my wife watched. I just thought that was just kind of relating to this topic. But if you have any issues, man, in life, please call the National Suicide Hotline, please, at 1-800-273-TALK, which is 1-800-273-8255. This stuff is real. It can be real, man. I mean, family issues, finances, anything, you know. And then this girl, Sophia, the young lady, came from a rich home. But they're going to show you that money doesn't bring happiness. If you don't have that human interaction, or you feel like you don't have that relationship connection with your family members, it's broken apart, that can increase the depression as well. And maybe that could be in Renegade's situation. But I'm not going to draw this video too long. This really speaks to my heart a lot, to all the, you know, families that's going through this. I think I had another individual that was going through certain things like that. It was kind of messing up his mental psyche. That, you know, he couldn't really develop a good relationship with his dad. And he was like, his dad was in and out the home, but he didn't really teach him how to be a man. So it's a lot of this stuff that goes on, man, to this day. But I just want to say this: keep encouraging yourself, just keep going, keep pushing, and it's gonna be a light at the end of the tunnel. Even if you don't reach that, happiness today, tomorrow, or even years until you die, at least, since God created you in heaven, He's gonna keep a record of all the good things that you have done. Regardless if you gave like $5, your last dollar to somebody, and you don't have a house to live in or to lay in, but the Lord will actually take every single thing into account of all the good things you have done. And that's what kind of keeps me going. And it's just me trying to learn new things and just be around people that loves me. So that's all I really have to say. You guys please like, comment, subscribe, share this video. Rest in peace to Renegade and from our brother in the MGTOW community. But yeah, man, it's really sad. So if you got any issues, please call that hotline. Keep pushing, keep pushing. I'm out. Deuces.
It gets easier.
Huh?
Every day it gets a little easier.
Yeah?
But you gotta do it every day. That's the hard part. But it does get easier.
Amen.
Okay.